God is speaking to you right now. And every second you hesitate, every moment you delay, you are drifting further from the correction that must reach your soul. Listen carefully, because this is not a message you can ignore. God is upset, and this is an emergency. Your life, your destiny, and your very essence are intertwined with what is about to unfold. There is a serious mistake you have made. A deviation from the path that God has carefully laid for you, and it must be corrected immediately. Open your heart, open your mind, and open your soul, because divine guidance is coming to you and you cannot afford to postpone it. This mistake you made, it weighs heavily on the heavens. It reverberates through the angels, and Archangel Michael himself is standing beside you, urging you to see the truth before it is too late. He is crying not with sorrow for himself, but for you, for the consequences you have invited upon yourself by ignoring the gentle warnings that God placed in your life long before now. Michael's wings are stretched, shielding you from what could have been a devastating fall. And yet, he trembles because you have not acted. Every breath you take without action tightens the grip of this error upon your destiny. And yet there is hope. There is always hope, because God never abandons those who seek the path even after they have strayed. The mistake is not small. It is serious. It is monumental in its capacity to alter the course of your existence. God is showing you this message now because the window to correct it is closing. You may think you can ignore it. You may think time will heal this, or that someone else will intervene. But understand, this divine intervention comes only when you answer, only when you act. The power of God is infinite, but it moves within the framework of your choices. You must choose to see, to recognize, to correct. You must confront what you have done, the decisions you have avoided, and the responsibilities you have ignored. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, not to punish, but to cut away the darkness that has grown around you. He says, "This is not a joke. You cannot delay. You cannot pretend ignorance. The mistake you have made is visible in the heavens, and God is calling you to rectify it before the consequences deepen." The urgency is real. Feel the weight of it pressing on your chest. Feel the trembling of the earth beneath your feet. The way the universe itself leans toward you, awaiting your choice. God is upset, yes, but not without reason. There is love here, but a fierce, urgent love that will not tolerate negligence. The mistake, whatever form it took, is a distortion of the path that was meant for you. Perhaps it was a betrayal of your own integrity, a compromise of your faith, a choice made for comfort rather than for truth. Perhaps it was words spoken in anger, actions taken in fear, or decisions postponed until they festered into a problem too large to ignore. Whatever it is, God has given you this moment as a gift, a final opportunity to set things right. Do not delay, open it quickly. Open your mind to the reflection of your soul. Open your heart to the correction that is coming. Open your actions to the light that must guide them. Michael is shouting now in a voice that echoes through the corridors of your life. Do not ignore this. Act immediately. The mistake cannot correct itself. Only you can amend it. Only you can turn the tide. You are being watched not in judgment alone but in preparation. God's eyes, vast and infinite, have been observing your steps, your hesitations, your choices. And though the mistake has shaken the heavens, it has not shattered your potential. This is why God reaches out now with the urgency of a storm and the precision of a surgeon to guide you back to the path that was meant for you. Every moment you wait, the consequences expand. Every second of an action allows the error to solidify, to grow roots that will entangle you in chains of regret. And yet the opportunity for redemption is immediate. It exists now in this instant, in this sacred moment where you can turn, where you can confess, where you can act with courage and integrity. This is not merely a warning. It is a divine directive. God is speaking and the words are not gentle. They are meant to awaken the sleeper within you, to shake the complacency from your soul. God says this is serious. You have erred gravely and the path to correction is narrow, but it exists. Take it now before it closes forever. The mistake may have been hidden, concealed even from your own understanding, but the truth now emerges. God is revealing it to you so that you may act. Michael stands ready to support you, to shield you from what could have destroyed you, to lift you back onto the path of righteousness. But he cannot act in your place. You must act. You must accept responsibility. You must acknowledge the error. And you must take the corrective steps with absolute sincerity. Every hesitation, every rationalization, every excuse you hold in your mind only compounds the danger. God's voice is not merely a whisper. It is a roar that shakes the foundations of reality. A command that demands recognition. God says you cannot remain passive. You cannot ignore this. The mistake has consequences, but it can be corrected if you act now. Delay no longer. Open it quickly. Take the steps that must be taken. You may feel fear, confusion, or doubt. These feelings are natural, for they are the human responses to divine pressure. Yet God assures you the fear is only temporary. The confusion will pass and the doubt is a shadow that light will erase. You are not abandoned. The path is illuminated. The correction is within your reach. Michael stretches his wings over you, a shield of protection and strength, and says, I will not allow you to be destroyed, but you must move. The error will not fix itself. The universe waits for your action. Do not fail this moment, for it is precious and it is fleeting. God's anger is not without mercy, but it is demanding, precise, and urgent. Hear it, heed it, act upon it. The time to act is now. The opportunity to correct your mistake is before you. Do not let pride, hesitation, or doubt hold you back. God's message is clear, His urgency unmistakable, and His power ready to support you if only you choose to move. Open it quickly and let the divine light guide your steps. The mistake may have affected others, may have shaken relationships, may have altered plans or futures. God sees it all. And yet God is patient, waiting for your acknowledgement, waiting for your correction, waiting for the moment when you choose to align yourself with the divine will. Do not underestimate the seriousness of this. The consequences are real, yet they are reversible if you act with sincerity, courage, and integrity. The universe conspires with God's plan, but it requires your cooperation. Every act of correction, every step toward rectifying the error, strengthens your destiny, clears the obstacles, and restores harmony that was disturbed. God says, do not delay. This is urgent. The mistake is grave, but your response can transform it into a triumph. Take responsibility. Make amends. Correct the course. You are capable. You are strong. You are loved. Yet the time is now and every second counts. Open it quickly. Let Michael guide you and let me support you. Feel the urgency in your soul. Feel the heaviness of the heavens pressing down, urging your awakening. This is your moment, your opportunity, your chance to step fully into the light, to correct what must be corrected, to heal what must be healed, and to align fully with the divine purpose that was always intended for you. Michael cries out again, his voice echoing across dimensions. Do not ignore this message. Do not hesitate. The mistake is serious. The time for correction is now. You have the power to amend, but only if you act immediately. Do not delay. Do not postpone. Do not rationalize. Open it quickly and move forward in truth and courage. Your mistake is serious, but your redemption is possible. God has sent this urgent message to awaken you, to shake you from complacency, to demand your immediate attention. The heavens are watching. The angels are urging. Michael is ready to act in tandem with you, but he cannot act alone. You must choose to engage, to correct, to realign, and to heal. Do not ignore this message. Every second of delay amplifies the gravity of the mistake. Every moment of inaction allows consequences to grow. Yet every instant of action restores balance, light, and alignment with God's will. Act now. Act decisively. Act fully with sincerity and humility. God is reaching you through this urgent message, through Michael's guidance, through the undeniable weight of reality pressing upon you. This is not fear-mongering. This is divine truth. The mistake is real. The need for correction is immediate. The consequences are serious, but redemption, restoration, and divine alignment are within your grasp if you act. Open it quickly. Do not delay. The time is now. God is reaching out to you right now. He is speaking to you with a voice that cannot be ignored. He is watching over you. Yet He is deeply concerned. The moment has come when your actions, your choices, and your moments of hesitation have created a rift, and God is urging you to take notice. Do not ignore this message. This is not an ordinary moment. This is a divine interruption in your life. God sees the path you have been walking, and He knows the decisions you have made that are affecting your soul, your purpose, and your future. There is no delay now. You have made a serious mistake, and it is time to correct it. The urgency is real. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open your spirit to the truth that God is delivering to you. Now God says, "My child, listen carefully, because I am reaching out to you in a moment that is critical. A moment that cannot be ignored. You have been given countless opportunities to hear my voice, to follow the gentle guidance I have placed in your life. Yet you have delayed, you have ignored the signs, and now it is urgent. My heart is heavy with concern, because the path you are on has a serious obstacle, one that is the result of a mistake you have made, knowingly or unknowingly. This mistake is not just ordinary. It has consequences that could ripple far beyond what you can see. And so I am speaking to you now urgently to ensure you do not continue down this road without my protection. I want you to know first that I am with you. Even in this moment of crisis, my presence surrounds you. Nothing can harm you if you remain in faith. If you open your heart fully and allow me to guide you, I am asking you to stop everything you are doing, even for just a few moments, and listen. Put aside the distractions of your mind, the busyness of your day, the constant noise that pulls you away from my voice. Right now, in this very moment, your focus must be on me, because the decisions you make in the next few hours, the actions you take in the next minutes, will determine the course of what is about to unfold. You have made a serious mistake, my child. I do not say this to condemn you, but to awaken you. This mistake is not just about a choice or an action. It is about a deviation from the path I have designed for you. You may not see it clearly yet, but its impact is significant. It affects your spirit, your relationships, your work, and even the unseen circumstances surrounding you. I want you to understand that mistakes are not the end. But they are warnings. They are signals that something needs immediate attention, that your heart and your actions must realign with divine purpose. Take a deep breath now, my child. Inhale slowly, allowing my peace to enter your body. Exhale the fear, the anxiety, the doubt. You may feel the weight of guilt pressing on your shoulders, the heaviness of regret, but I say to you, do not let it paralyze you. Acknowledging your mistake is the first step. And now you must act with urgency. Open your heart fully to me, and I will show you the steps you need to take. Do not hesitate. Do not procrastinate. Do not say to yourself, I will handle this later. The time is now. I am asking you to pray, my child, not just with words, but with intention. Speak to me honestly, openly, as if your soul is bare before me. Confess the mistake, admit it fully, and then ask for guidance. Ask for clarity. Ask for the wisdom to know exactly what must be done to rectify this situation. I am listening and I will respond, but you must create the space for me to work. Do not rush through prayer mechanically. Let it be a conversation between your heart and mine. There is a force at work, unseen but real, that has been taking advantage of your inattention. Your mistake has left an opening, a vulnerability. And this vulnerability can be exploited by those who do not have your best interest at heart. I am revealing this to you now so that you are not caught unaware. There are people, circumstances, and influences that may seem harmless but are aligned with confusion, deception, and distraction. This is why urgency is necessary. You must act immediately to protect yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Begin by examining your recent choices, my child. Reflect deeply on the areas where you have ignored warning signs, where your intuition was silenced by pride, fear, or doubt. Recognize the patterns that have led you to this moment. And then take corrective action without delay. Reach out to those you may have wronged. Correct the errors you can fix. And most importantly, make amends with yourself and with me. There is no shame in correcting a mistake, only in ignoring it. I also say to you, my child, be vigilant. Watch closely the people around you, the circumstances that seem ordinary but are actually pivotal. There is a subtlety in life that can be missed if you do not pay attention. Every word spoken, every gesture, every sign can carry guidance. Trust your instincts, for I have placed within you a divine sense, a spiritual compass that points toward truth. Listen to it. Honor it. Do not dismiss it as coincidence or overthinking. You may feel fear rising in your heart as you confront this mistake, and that is natural. Fear is not your enemy. It is a signal that you must act. But do not let fear control you. Replace fear with faith. Trust that I am guiding you through this challenge, that I am your shield and your strength. Even if the path seems difficult, even if the correction feels overwhelming, know that you are not alone. I am with you, holding your hand, guiding every step, and orchestrating circumstances in your favor. Even if you cannot yet see the outcome, now I am calling you to take immediate action. Identify the problem, no matter how small or large it may seem. Confront it directly. Avoid excuses. Avoid blaming others or circumstances. Take full responsibility, for in responsibility lies your power. When you act from a place of accountability, I can work through you and doors will open that were previously closed. Your mistake, once addressed with sincerity and action, will transform from a source of trouble into a source of divine blessing. I also want you to understand, my child, that this urgent message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you. Many who ignore my warning suffer unnecessarily because they think time is infinite, because they believe they can delay facing the truth. But time is precious, and the longer you delay, the more complex the consequences become. That is why I am speaking with urgency. That is why I am asking you to act immediately. Pray not only for guidance but also for protection. There are spiritual forces at work that can interfere with your progress if left unchecked. By calling upon me, by invoking my name, you create a shield around your life. Pray for discernment so that you can see clearly the intentions of those around you and the realities of situations that are hidden from plain sight. Pray for courage so that you can act boldly even when the path is challenging. Pray for patience so that you can navigate the corrections with wisdom rather than impulsive reaction. Remember, my child, that mistakes are part of the human experience. But ignoring them is what compounds suffering. The sooner you confront what has gone wrong, the sooner healing can begin. There is a divine rhythm to correction, a sequence that must be followed. Start with acknowledgement, move to action, seek guidance, and then walk steadily forward in alignment with my will. Each step you take in alignment with me restores balance, clears obstacles, and invites blessings. I am also telling you to release any feelings of guilt or shame that weigh heavily on your spirit. While it is important to recognize the seriousness of your mistake, it is equally important to understand that I am merciful and loving. Your openness, your willingness to act, your faith. All of these are powerful tools for transformation. Do not dwell on the past. Instead, focus on the corrective measures you can take now. Let every action you take be infused with intention, integrity, and devotion to truth. There may be voices in your mind telling you to delay, to ignore, to rationalize. These voices are distractions. They come from doubt, from fear, from pride. Recognize them for what they are and do not follow them. Instead, listen to the still small voice within, which is my voice speaking to you. It will guide you with clarity, wisdom, and love. It will point out the steps to correct your mistake, and it will give you the courage to follow through even when it is difficult. My child, as you move forward, understand that this process may require humility. You may have to admit you were wrong, face uncomfortable truths, or ask for forgiveness. But humility is not weakness. It is strength. When you humble yourself before me and before those affected, doors open, hearts soften, and miracles unfold. Do not fear what humility asks of you, for it is the key to resolution and restoration. I am also asking you to watch for signs and guidance that I will place before you. These may come in the form of conversations, sudden insights, encounters with people, or even events that seem coincidental. Every sign is purposeful. Do not dismiss it. Every sign is an invitation to correct, to act, and to align with the divine plan that protects and blesses you. Take a moment now, my child, and commit fully to this correction. Say it in your heart, even out loud if you must. I am ready to face this mistake, to correct it, and to follow God's guidance without hesitation. Feel the power of this commitment. Let it resonate through your entire being. This is the moment of your spiritual awakening. The moment when you choose action over fear, truth over denial, and faith over hesitation. I am with you in every step. I am guiding your hands, your words, your decisions. Do not doubt my presence. Do not doubt my care. Nothing will go wrong if you trust fully. Your safety is assured when you act from a place of divine alignment. You are safe, my child, because I am with you. Now act immediately. Begin the steps you have been avoiding. Speak the truths you have been hiding. Correct the errors you can repair. Protect yourself from those who seek to exploit vulnerabilities. Pray continually. Seek guidance and trust that every correction you make now will transform your path for the better. You will emerge stronger, wiser, and blessed. Archangel Michael is standing at your side, his sword glowing with the light of righteousness, his presence strong and unwavering. He is crying out not in anger but in desperation for your soul. Michael says, "My child, do not ignore this message. I am begging you to listen. You have been warned before. Yet your ears have not been attentive and your heart has wandered. Now it is time. This is an emergency. This is your last chance before the consequences of this mistake multiply in ways you cannot yet comprehend. God sees everything. Every hesitation, every moment of doubt, every decision made without thought to divine guidance. He is aware of the mistake, and it is not a small one. It is a mistake that affects not only your spiritual path but also your earthly journey. It affects the people around you, your family, your loved ones, and even strangers whose lives are unknowingly intertwined with yours. God's eyes are upon you, but his heart is heavy. He is upset not in wrath for the sake of wrath but because he loves you so deeply and he wants to prevent the pain that this mistake can cause. You must understand this is not the time to argue, to defend, or to rationalize. The time for excuses has passed. God is speaking with urgency because the window to rectify this mistake is closing rapidly. Every second counts. Every moment of hesitation draws you closer to consequences that can be avoided if you act now. God is reaching out because you need him more than ever. Yet you have tried to walk alone. He is telling you that the path you have chosen has been compromised. And if you do not heed this divine alert, the results will be irreversible. Look inward. Reflect on the decisions that led you to this point. Consider the words you have spoken, the actions you have taken, and the intentions that guided you. Some of these intentions may have been misguided even if you thought them harmless. God sees the entire picture, the unseen layers, the hidden truths, the energies and intentions that others cannot perceive. And he is calling you to accountability, not punishment, but to responsibility, to step into the light of truth and correct the wrongs before they expand further. God is not silent. He is speaking through every form of guidance available to you. Every sign, every coincidence, every whisper in your heart, these are the instruments through which he communicates. Yet you have ignored many of these signs. You have postponed the urgent messages of your spirit, thinking there will always be another chance. Another moment. But God is now making it absolutely clear. This is the critical moment. This is your spiritual emergency. Archangel Michael urges you to stop all distractions, to silence the noise of the world, and to focus entirely on this divine instruction. He says you must act immediately. This mistake you made, whether through words, actions, or inaction, must be addressed now. Do not wait, do not delay. Do not rationalize. God is speaking directly to you. If you fail to respond, the opportunity to correct this mistake will vanish and the consequences will be beyond your control. God is asking you to pray not just routine prayer but a prayer of confession, of intention, of transformation. Speak openly and honestly. Tell Him the truth about what you have done, what you have neglected, and what you wish to amend. Do not filter your words. Do not hide behind pride or shame. God knows all and He desires transparency from you. The act of acknowledging your mistake and seeking His guidance will begin the process of healing and restoration. Do not underestimate the seriousness of this moment. God is not issuing a casual suggestion. He is intervening directly in your life because the mistake has far-reaching implications. These implications may affect your relationships, your health, your finances, your spiritual growth, and your overall destiny. Ignoring this message could result in cascading consequences that may be impossible to reverse. God is giving you a final opportunity to prevent this outcome. Archangel Michael continues to plead with you, my child. I am at your side, but I cannot act without your cooperation. You must open your heart fully and follow the instructions God is providing. Act with urgency, with faith, and with complete trust. This is not a test. This is not a suggestion. This is a divine command for the sake of your life and your soul. Do not ignore it. Do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow may be too late. The mistake you have made is not just a personal issue. It has created ripples in the spiritual realm. God is showing me now in vision the energies that have been disrupted. The spiritual balance that has been altered and the dark opportunities that have arisen due to inaction. These forces are waiting, patient but vigilant for the door to remain open. They are not as forgiving as God. They act swiftly and without mercy. You must act now to restore harmony, to correct the mistake, and to reclaim the divine protection that is your birthright. God's message is simple yet profound. Acknowledge, repent, correct, and act. Acknowledge the mistake fully without minimization. Repent sincerely with your heart open and your intentions clear. Correct the action in the tangible world. Repair the damage that has been done and act immediately, decisively, and without hesitation. These steps are not negotiable. They are required for your spiritual survival and for the restoration of your peace. Every moment you delay, the weight of this mistake grows heavier. Every moment you doubt, the window for divine intervention narrows. God is reaching out with patience, but even His patience has boundaries when it comes to matters of profound spiritual consequence. He is calling for immediate obedience, not out of desire to punish, but out of love for your soul. The mistake has consequences that extend far beyond what you can currently see. It is affecting your path, your opportunities, your relationships, and even your unseen spiritual guardians. Michael's voice pierces the spiritual veil. Do not allow fear, pride, or shame to paralyze you. Act now. God is ready to forgive and guide, but He requires action. Do not let hesitation steal your chance at redemption. You must respond immediately. The divine light is shining upon you. Yet there are shadows created by the mistake. These shadows must be dispelled through direct action. Only your engagement, your willingness to follow divine guidance and your complete surrender to God's will can dissolve the darkness that has been created. The mistake will not correct itself. The energies must be realigned through conscious effort. God is also warning you about the subtle temptations that may appear to distract you. These distractions are not coincidences. They are challenges meant to test your commitment to resolving this mistake. Do not be deceived. Do not fall for the ease of procrastination. The time for delay is over. God is presenting the path clearly before you, and it is illuminated with the light of His wisdom and the presence of Archangel Michael. Follow it. Follow it without hesitation. Even if fear grips you, even if doubt clouds your mind, even if you feel alone, know that God is with you. He will not abandon you. He will not forsake you. The mistake is serious, but it is not insurmountable. The power of divine intervention is greater than any mistake, any consequence, or any challenge. But you must cooperate. You must act now. Do not think that action can wait for comfort, for preparation, for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. This message is your awakening. This is your spiritual alarm. God is knocking at the door of your heart, and you must open it fully, immediately, and without reservation. Every instruction God gives you in this moment is layered with love, wisdom, and divine precision. Do not skip any step, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Even the smallest action aligned with God's guidance will trigger a chain reaction of healing, restoration, and protection. This is not an exaggeration. This is the truth. God's power is infinite, and He has provided a precise solution for the mistake you have made. This is urgent, my child. I am reaching out because time is short and the consequences are real. Take this seriously. Do not delay. Follow my instructions. Trust in my presence and act without hesitation. Your mistake, once addressed with sincerity, will not define you. Your courage, your faith, your obedience will define you. And through this you will find restoration, peace and divine favor. Remember always, my child, I am God. I see all. I know all. I am merciful but just. I am speaking now because I care. Because I am protecting you. Because I desire to see you whole, free, and aligned with your true purpose. Do not ignore me. Do not delay. Act now and let your faith, your prayers, and your courage guide you to the resolution that awaits. You are safe. You are protected. Nothing will go wrong. Trust me fully. Pray to me earnestly. Correct your mistake immediately. Do not waste another moment. I am here. I am watching. I am guiding. And when you act in faith, all will be made right. God is reaching out to you in a way you may not fully comprehend yet, but this is a moment that cannot be ignored. The urgency is real. Your heart may be racing, your mind may be restless, and your spirit may be uneasy. But listen carefully because this is not just a simple warning. This is God Himself speaking directly to you because He sees what is hidden, what is being overlooked, and what is about to happen. If immediate action is not taken, you have made a serious mistake. A misstep that you may have thought was small, inconsequential, or temporary. But God is revealing that it is far greater than you realize. It is affecting your destiny, your peace, and your life path. Do not dismiss this as coincidence or mere chance because God's eyes are on you and His intervention is precise, exact, and unavoidable if you continue to ignore the message. The mistake you made may not seem clear to you now. Perhaps it is related to a decision you postponed, a relationship you neglected, or a step in your life that you avoided taking because of fear, pride, or hesitation. Whatever it is, God sees the ripple effects it has caused in your life, in the lives of those around you, and in your spiritual journey. He is upset not in anger that destroys, but in love that warns, corrects, and redirects. God's upset is a call to action, a divine alarm that says, "This path is dangerous." It is leading you away from your true purpose, and you must correct it immediately. Do not resist this call. Do not delay. Do not think that time is on your side. Because in matters of the spirit and destiny, every second counts. Every hesitation gives space for consequences to grow stronger, for challenges to multiply, and for darkness to encroach where light should be. You may feel a heaviness in your chest, a weight in your soul, or a restless tension that will not let you rest. That is God's voice trying to reach you. That is the urgent whisper in your heart urging you to act before it is too late. Do not try to rationalize it away or silence it with distractions, with busyness, with doubts, or with skepticism. This is a divine intervention, a spiritual awakening, a wake-up call that you cannot afford to miss. God's presence is near, but He is waiting for your acknowledgement, your action, and your sincere return to alignment with His will. He will not force your choice, but He will reveal the consequences if you continue to ignore him. You are safe. This is a message of protection as much as it is of warning. God assures you that nothing will go wrong if you respond correctly. But responding requires trust, prayer, and immediate action. Trust is the foundation of this divine communication. Trust is what opens your heart to the light. What allows God to intervene in ways that your human understanding cannot grasp. Prayer is the channel through which God's power flows into your life, cleansing, correcting, and restoring. Action is the bridge between the divine plan and your reality. Without action, the warning remains just words. With action, it becomes the doorway to salvation, clarity, and breakthrough. Reflect on your life. Think about the decisions you have made recently. Which ones were made out of fear, impatience, or misunderstanding? Which ones were postponed because of pride, comfort, or denial? God wants you to see them clearly, not to shame you, but to guide you. The clarity will be uncomfortable at first because the truth often shakes the foundation of complacency, but it is necessary. God's guidance will illuminate the hidden consequences of your actions, showing you how they have affected not only yourself but others around you. This is not a time for excuses. This is a time for honesty, accountability, and alignment with divine purpose. Your safety is guaranteed if you follow the path God is pointing toward. He will cover you, protect you, and guide you through challenges that may seem overwhelming. The obstacles before you may appear insurmountable, but with God, nothing is impossible. He will provide solutions you cannot imagine, resources you cannot foresee, and protection you cannot anticipate. But His help requires your cooperation. Ignoring this message, delaying your response, or doubting His words will only prolong the difficulty and may lead to consequences that could have been avoided. This is why the urgency is so great. This is why God is speaking to you with such insistence and concern. The time to act is now before the unseen forces that seek to exploit your mistake gain strength. God is calling you to pray with intention, not out of habit or routine. Speak to Him from your heart, not from empty words. Confess the mistake you have made openly and sincerely. Ask for forgiveness, not just in words, but in spirit, committing to correct your course immediately. Lay down the distractions, the justifications, and the fears, and open yourself fully to divine guidance. God's answers will come, but you must be ready to receive them, to act on them, and to trust them even if they contradict what you expected. The divine plan is always for your highest good, even when it seems difficult, inconvenient, or challenging. Resistance only delays the blessing and prolongs the consequences of the error. Pay attention to the signs God is sending in your life. The small nudges, the moments of unease, the sudden clarity that pierces confusion, these are all signals from God's hand guiding you back on course. Do not ignore them. Do not postpone action until the situation worsens. The divine timing is precise. Every moment you wait without obedience allows the mistake's impact.